The world is a cacophony. The hustle and bustle of daily life, the constant chatter, the endless noise, it all blends into a symphony of chaos. We are surrounded by the sounds of the city, the conversations of strangers, the hum of technology. It is a relentless barrage that never seems to cease. Noise bombards us from all sides. It is inescapable, omnipresent. The clamour of the streets, the roar of engines, the murmur of crowds, all these sounds converge, creating a wall of noise that can be overwhelming. We are constantly plugged in, tuned in, and turned on, with little respite from the auditory onslaught. Yet, in the quietest moments, a whisper emerges. It is a soft, gentle sound that cuts through the din, offering a moment of peace. This whisper is often drowned out by the noise, but it is always there, waiting to be heard. It is the voice of our inner self, the call of our soul, yearning for a moment of stillness, a gentle call, inviting us to step away from the clamour. It beckons us to find a place of tranquility, to seek out a sanctuary where we can hear our own thoughts. This call is a reminder that amidst the chaos there is always a place of calm. It is an invitation to reconnect with ourselves, to find solace in the silence. This is the call to prayer. It is a call to step away from the noise and enter a sacred space. Prayer is a moment of communion, a time to speak and to listen, to reflect and to seek guidance. It is a practice that transcends the noise, offering a moment of peace in a world of chaos. A sacred space where we connect with something far greater than ourselves. In prayer we find a connection to the divine, a link to a higher power. It is a moment of humility, a recognition of our place in the grand scheme of things. In this sacred space we find a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging. In the stillness we find solace, we find guidance. The quiet moments of prayer offer clarity, a chance to reflect on our lives and our choices. It's in these moments that we find the answers we seek, the strength to face our challenges, and the courage to move forward. We find the strength to face the unknown. Prayer gives us the fortitude to confront our fears, to navigate the uncertainties of life. It is a source of inner strength, a wellspring of resilience. In prayer, we find the courage to take the next step, to embrace the journey ahead. Prayer is a journey of the heart. It is a pilgrimage to the very core of our being. It is a path that leads us inward to the depths of our soul. Along this journey, we discover our true selves, our deepest desires, and our most profound truths. It is a pilgrimage to the very core of our being. This journey is not always easy. It requires patience, perseverance, and faith. But it is a journey worth taking, for it leads us to a place of peace, a place of understanding. It is a journey that transforms us, that brings us closer to the divine. This is the essence of Christian prayer. It is a conversation with the divine, a dialogue that transcends words. It is a moment of connection, a time to open our hearts and minds to the presence of God. In prayer, we find a sense of peace, a sense of purpose, a conversation with the divine. It is a reaching out to the Creator, a moment of communion. In prayer, we express our hopes, our fears, our gratitude. It is a time to seek guidance, to find comfort, to feel the presence of the divine in our lives. A reaching out to the Creator. It is a practice as old as time itself. Prayer has been a part of human existence for millennia, a timeless tradition that connects us to our ancestors, to the generations that have come before us. It is a practice that transcends time, that links us to the past and the future. It is a practice as old as time itself, a timeless dialogue that transcends culture and language. Prayer is a universal practice found in every culture, every religion. It is a way to connect with the divine, to find meaning and purpose in our lives. It is a practice that unites us, that brings us together in a shared experience of faith. A timeless dialogue that transcends culture and language. In prayer, we find a common ground, a shared humanity. It is a practice that reminds us of our interconnectedness, of our shared journey. In the whisper of prayer, we find a moment of peace, a moment of connection, a moment of grace. Prayer is not a monologue. It is not a list of demands or a litany of wishes. True prayer is a dialogue, a conversation between two souls. Imagine a child speaking to their parent. There is love, there is trust, there is an understanding that transcends words. This is the essence of our communication with God. We share our joys and sorrows, we confess our shortcomings and seek guidance. We offer gratitude for the blessings in our lives. And in the quiet moments we simply listen, for in the silence, God speaks. Throughout history, prayer has been a constant companion to humanity. It has transcended cultures, languages, and eras, serving as a bridge between the human and the divine. From the earliest days of civilization, people have turned to prayer in times of joy, sorrow, and uncertainty. It is a universal language of the soul, a way to seek guidance, express gratitude, and find solace. From the ancient Psalms of David to the humble prayers of saints, the act of prayer echoes through the ages. These prayers, whether whispered in solitude or chanted in grand cathedrals, have shaped the spiritual landscape of humanity. They have been recorded in sacred texts, passed down through generations, and continue to inspire millions around the world. We see it in the life of Jesus. He, the Son of God, sought solace in communion with his Father. His prayers were moments of deep connection, reflection, and surrender. Whether in times of celebration or moments of profound anguish, Jesus turned to prayer as a source of strength and guidance. He retreated to quiet places to pray. He taught his disciples the importance of prayer, emphasizing that it was not just a ritual, but a lifeline to the divine. In the Garden of Gethsemane, we witness the depth of his prayer, a poignant moment of vulnerability and trust in God's plan. The Bible is filled with examples of the power of prayer. It is a testament to the transformative impact of sincere, heartfelt communication with God. Through prayer, individuals have found courage, wisdom, and miracles. Moses parting the Red Sea is one such powerful example. Faced with an impossible situation, Moses prayed, and God responded with a miracle that saved the Israelites. This story has been a beacon of hope for countless generations, illustrating the boundless possibilities that prayer can unlock. Hannah's prayer for a child is another profound example. In her deep anguish, she poured out her heart to God, and her prayer was answered with the birth of Samuel. This story highlights the personal and intimate nature of prayer, showing that God listens to the cries of the heart. Daniel in the lion's den is a testament to unwavering faith. Despite facing a dire situation, Daniel's steadfast prayer and trust in God led to his miraculous deliverance. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the protection and peace that prayer can bring, even in the most perilous circumstances. These stories remind us that nothing is impossible with God. They encourage us to turn to prayer in our own lives, to seek divine intervention, and to trust in the power of faith. Prayer is not just a historical practice. It is a living, breathing connection to the divine that continues to shape and transform lives today. Whether in moments of despair or times of joy, prayer remains a steadfast companion, guiding us through the journey of life. Faith, like a mustard seed, starts small, but with nurturing, it grows into something strong and vibrant. Prayer is the water that nourishes our faith. When we pray, we acknowledge our dependence on God. We recognize that we are not in control. This surrender, this letting go, is often the hardest part. But it is in this surrender that we find true freedom, the freedom to trust, the freedom to hope, the freedom to believe in something beyond ourselves. Section 5. When the storms rage. Life is full of challenges. Storms will come. There will be moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. It is in these moments that prayer becomes our lifeline. When the waves crash around us, prayer is our anchor. It keeps us grounded. It reminds us that we are not alone, that even in the darkest of nights, a dawn awaits. Prayer does not always calm the storm, but it calms the soul. It gives us the strength to weather the storm, to emerge stronger on the other side. Section 6. More than words, the language of the soul. Prayer is not just about words, it is about the posture of our hearts, the longing of our souls, the silent tears and unspoken pleas. God hears the cries of our hearts. He understands the language of our souls. We don't need eloquent words or perfect grammar. We simply need to come as we are. Sometimes words fail us. In those moments we can simply sit in silence. Be present with God. Let our hearts speak what words cannot express. Section 7. A tapestry of gratitude. Prayer is not just about asking, it is about thanking. Taking the time to appreciate the blessings in our lives, big and small. Gratitude changes our perspective. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us to see the good, even in the midst of hardship. When we approach God with a grateful heart, our prayers are filled with joy. We begin to see the world through a lens of abundance rather than scarcity. Section 8. Walking in the light. Prayer is not a destination, it is a journey, a lifelong pilgrimage of faith. There will be moments of doubt, times when we feel lost or alone. But even in those moments, we are never truly alone. God is always with us. Walking beside us every step of the way, prayer helps us to stay connected to God, to walk in the light of His love, to find our way back to Him again and again. Section 9. The power of shared breath. There is power in collective prayer. When we gather together, united in faith, our prayers are amplified. Throughout history, communities have come together to pray for healing, for peace, for justice. These shared prayers create a ripple effect, touching the lives of countless people. Whether we gather in a church, a home, or simply in the quiet of our own hearts, let us remember the power of shared breath. For in unity, there is strength. Section 10. A journey without end. The journey of prayer is a lifelong adventure, one that begins with a single step and continues throughout our entire lives. It is a process of growth, discovery, and transformation, where each prayer brings us closer to understanding ourselves and our relationship with the divine. There will be moments of profound joy, where our hearts are filled with gratitude and love, and times of deep sorrow, where we seek solace and strength. But through it all, prayer remains our constant companion, guiding us through the highs and lows of life. It is a source of strength, comfort, and hope, providing us with the courage to face challenges and the wisdom to appreciate our blessings. Prayer is a reminder that we are never truly alone, that there is always a higher power watching over us and a community of believers supporting us. So let us embrace the gift of prayer with open hearts and minds, allowing it to enrich our lives and deepen our faith. Let us make it a part of our daily lives, integrating it into our routines and making time for quiet reflection and communion with God. For in the quiet moments of communion with God, we discover the true meaning of peace, purpose, and everlasting love. It is in these moments that we find clarity and direction, and our hearts are filled with a sense of belonging and fulfillment. Prayer is not just a ritual, but a profound connection with the divine, a way to express our deepest desires, fears, and gratitude. It is a dialogue with God, where we speak and listen, where we seek guidance and offer our thanks. Whether we are in the quiet of nature or the hustle and bustle of daily life, Prayer is always accessible, always there to ground us and lift our spirits. It is a practice that transcends age, culture, and circumstance, uniting us in our shared humanity and our collective search for meaning and connection. So, let us continue this journey without end, knowing that with each prayer, we are taking a step closer to the divine, to each other, and to our true selves.